You know, many times men, we pretend to be okay, even when we are not okay. But me, I'll say the truth. One of the most painful things that happened to me this year and last year was the social media bullying and insults. Okay, for a while I was able to assume it and focus on my goals, but it got to a point where it became too much. It got to a point where it was even being spoken in my family WhatsApp groups, and I felt betrayed by the people I was trying to fight for. I was trolled, I was insulted, I was called a conman, a beggar, and it's okay for a leader to be called names, it happens. But you dragged me down, you deflated my energy, you crippled my wheels. I started feeling like if the same people I'm fighting for are not supportive of what I'm fighting for, then afadhali hata niwachane nayo nirudi kwa biashara yangu nifanye vitu zangu. Now, well, I managed to leave that politics for a while. I don't know whether I've left it forever or whether I'll do it someday in the future. But nowadays, I just do my personal business, make my own money. I'm peaceful, eat my food, evo pole pole too, and spend time with my friends and my family. But you cost me immeasurable amount of pain. You're staki kudanganya, and I don't want to pretend that I was okay or that I'm okay with it. I've never healed from that thing. It was so painful because I'm somebody who lived my life for over 20 years being a person of integrity, a person of reputation. Sijai chukua kitu ya mtu, sijai hata nikikosea mtu, I'm sorry. I always made sure that I live with values. Lakini nyinyi mkakuja mkanichafua, mkanipaka matope, mkaniita conman, beggar, haja yangu ni pesa ya Wakenya. When in actual sense, the money that was contributed to me versus what I spent was so little. Yenye nilikontributiwa kwangu versus yenye nilitumia ni mingi. I even spent my own savings, trying to move around the country. Nobody even appreciates that I went 29,000 kilometers, 34 counties, which is something that nobody else has done, You were trolling and pulling me down as if you can do what I was doing. Now I left it. Now you've not done it. Hakuna mtu ameifanya. Because you've come to realize that it was not easy. It came with a lot of risk, a lot of dangers, because hao watu unakosea, these contracts that you are exposing are people who've made millions and billions. People with capability and with power. But anyway, Mlinitusi, mkasema nini? Siku hizi mimi, I don't take anybody's money. Nobody has contributed anything to me. I am just making my own money, my own personal business, and I pray to God to help me succeed. But one thing I'm sure is that the consequences of us failing to do the change that we should have done will be more painful on you who trolled me than on me. Hiyo ni kitu niko sure kabisa. Yani, consequences za sisi kutoleta yale mabadiliko ambayo tungeleta kama tungepewa nafasi na support, consequences zake zitakuwa uchungu sana kwa huyu mtu ambaye alikuwa ananitroll kila siku na hanijui, hatuja grow pamoja, hatujasoma pamoja, ndiye aseme huyo Morara namjua ako hivi na hivi. You're just trolling me for likes and for comments, social media bullying and stuff, and calling somebody this and that, and you don't know them. You don't know the quality of the man that you are insulting. But ni sawa. It's okay. You did your best. Most of you are still living, your lives. Nothing has changed in your lives. Muko tu pale pale, you are just looking for the next person to troll. And you will keep trolling like that and never focus on your dreams and goals. And that's how you will never do anything for yourself. Mimi, however much I endured that pain and however much I look back and I feel painful at that moment, I've been able to move on and focus on my own things. Leadership is a gift from God. I know that God gives people a chance at a time of his own choosing to do that which he wants done, and he gives them favor and resources. So at God's own time of choosing, he'll give me favor, he'll give me resources, and he'll give me the strength to withstand and try to make that change. But the fact that we didn't bring that change in another 5 or 10 years, where this economy is going, the amount of pain that people will endure, some of the people that trolled me, for sure it will be more painful on them than on me. Yote 9-10 ni kwamba it's never good to troll anyone, especially if they are trying to make a positive change in society. Give them as much support as they need. Even if you don't want to contribute to them in any way, just wish them well. But when I look back at that moment, I don't want to be dishonest and say I don't feel pain. I feel a lot of pain and anger at what the people I was fighting for did to me. But I'll get over it with time.